What is quicker, a gas stove or a methylated spirit stove? Undo the top one, and I hear so many people complaining about how difficult it is to undo that. Did you see how difficult that was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little turns. Incredibly difficult and hard work. 3, 2, 1. Quickly. You can see the stopwatch hand is turning. We're currently on 1 minute and 45 seconds. It works in a very strange fashion, to be honest, because it's not 5, 10, 15. Over here you have your minute. This is a seconds for the time, so you don't use this one for your stopwatch. And then this one over here is your hours, 12 hours. So that's 12-hour stopwatch. So the way that you work it is this hand here will go all the way around for 30. So it's now on 5 minutes 20 seconds. And watch it carefully because it's on the 5-minute mark right now and it still hasn't moved. This one over here is still on the 5-minute mark, so 5 minutes 55 seconds, and then it moves in 1 minute intervals. So it'll stay on the 6-minute mark now. So whereas your minute hand will move in increments around the minute hand of the timer only jumps the 1 minute mark when the second hand reaches the full minute mark. Unfortunately, the gas has run out. There is no gas. This is why I don't like using gas so much, because you don't know how much is there and how long it's going to last. The meths, on the other hand, of course, because I use methylated spirits, it might take longer. Indeed, it's still going. It hasn't even boiled yet. So we're on 8 minutes 55 seconds. And then now we're going to look, watch the 1 minute hand on the right hand side. Bang. Moves over to 9 minutes. So it's taken 9 minutes and we still haven't come to a boil yet on this. Mesh is very, very good for camping, because you can literally sit in camp and talk about the stopwatch on a watch whilst waiting for your cup of tea to be made. And we are indeed still waiting for this water to boil. There is a couple of downsides to the Daytona stopwatch, and that's that it is small. And I have to admit, I do need my glasses to be able to see it. So it's that the 9 minute mark, the 10 minute mark, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, no, it's 5, 6, 7. I reckon the one of the 10 is 10, or is that 9? I reckon the one of the 10 is 9, and the 10 of the 10, the 0 of the 10 is 10. 11 minutes, and I think we've actually, the meths has run out. Now, when I say the meths has run out, it hasn't, because I've still got plenty more. But what I put in talk about wild about watches, we're out here in the middle of Dartmoor, in the mist, in the rain. And when it gets to the 30-minute mark, we're going to have a look and see what happens with this dial. Okay, now we've passed the 30-minute mark. You can now see that the timer on the left is now between the 12 and the 1. And the timer on the right is now obviously coming up to the 2-minute mark, or is on the 2-minute baton. And will very, very soon be on the 3-minute baton. So you can now tell, because the left-hand roundel is now between the 12 and the 1, this one over here, 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 33 minutes. So I've got to look carefully with my, the numbers leading up to 30. So you can see 55, 56, 57 and 58. You can clearly see 58. I think when the 1 minute marker is over the 3, that would be the 59 minute mark. When it's right in between the 3 and the 0 would be the, you know, dead on the hour marker, as it were. And then the 0 is going to be number 1, effectively. And then you've got the batons 2, 3, 4, which is on now, around to 5. Now, a couple of other things to bear in mind, of course, is if your batons line up with your time, it's not so easy to tell the time. It's not so easy to tell your stopwatch time. So if the batons is around here somewhere, you kind of got to wait for the minute hand to move a little bit. So if your racing driver has just gone round Daytona in a record time, you might just have to ask him to park, get a drop of petrol or gasoline over there, just to let that 1 minute marker move. Don't forget, if you want to time a dive, you could theoretically time your up to 100 meter deep dive with this watch. You set the time, you close this off tight, you're now water resistant to 100 meters. You could dive down 100 meters to go and see Meg, and you would now know that you have been down below, underwater, down below. God, any man that's done 35 minutes down below's done very, very well. So you now know that you've been underwater for 36 minutes. Once you've come up to the surface, you're screwed. You're screwed, and now you're unscrewing. You can stop your stopwatch with this button here. You can now tell the stopwatch is now exactly past 30. So you're now on 30. Hang on, let me have a look with my glasses. 35, 6, 5, 6, 7. You have to count the batons. You've got to count the batons. So you now know you're on 35, 6, 7, 37 minutes and 11 seconds. Remember, you're not going to do any more timing, so you're going to tighten that one up, and then you're going to unscrew the bottom one. It's very hard work. Everyone complaining about these things. It's very, very hard work and tiring. You're going to need a cup of tea and a chocolate bar. You're going to express so much energy in undoing these things. And then what we're going to do is we're going to press the bottom, and then everything resets back up to here. So these two batons here are both facing north, and obviously your second hand is also facing north. When they're reset, remember to tighten up the one down the bottom so you're screwed again. And that's how your stopwatch works.